Oh, check it out.
Let's just say it's a very distinctive, bold, strong design. Okay, I hope you'd agree with me on that. You know, when you look at some of the other cars, if you look at the Wraith over here, you know, a lot of the cars have become very, very cool, very dark, menacing. We wanted this to be very distinctive, very strong, very contoured on the front end. We have a high grille. This is the highest the Spirit of Ecstasy has ever sat. Unlike the Phantom, where we smoothed out the bonnet, you have the vapor trail trailing down behind the Spirit of Ecstasy. It's a nice classic touch. It's not a single, we don't put a single line on anymore. We want to be more, a little bit more forward-looking than that. But you can see the bonnet comes down to the traditional angular Rolls-Royce bonnet. One of the things I love is this little scallop right here. You can't see that in the photographs. But the design team did an incredible job making it very elegant. It's big, it's bold, but at the same time, you know, to me it just looks very elegant. It has the new look, the Rolls-Royce with the solid DLRs for the front end of the face. Everything is sculpted and inset on the front end, so it is that great combination of bold, aggressive, yet has that Rolls-Royce elegance. And it sweeps back very nicely. It's a big vehicle. We didn't, you know, there's a lot of SUVs out there that are sleek and crossover-y. We wanted this to be very distinctly an SUV. You know, it's big, it's bold, it's spacious. So we don't want it to be mistaken for a crossover, even though we are using the common architecture. When you look down through the side, you'll notice the classic Rolls-Royce coach doors. We have two different variations in the cars here. One of them, on that side, we have the immersive seat. I'll show you in a second. This is the bench seat. When we talked to our owners, they wanted a bench seat. They wanted flexible configuration in the back. So we have a bench seat that can be adjusted. It can be folded down from the door here. Or somebody put the child lock on, so I can't do it. It can be configured up and down. It's a smart system, so it reads there's a camera to a sensor to read if there's anything in its way. So if it folds down and you left your dog in there, it's going to fold right back up. But in the rear compartment, you still have that beautiful cocooning experience. You look how the door handles fold right back around to that old carriage feel. You have all of the woodwork. You have a picnic table with a 12.1-inch LED screen. All of the luxury and amenities you want in a Rolls-Royce, but you have the flexibility of an SUV in the back. In the front compartment, when you come around and take a look, I know you can't see right now, but I want you to look at the dash, at the fascia. We used the box grain leather. Ladies, who has Stephanie noticed before? Who uses box grain leather? Is it Prada? Somebody should know. But it's leather used on high-end luggage, handbags, etc. Typically, you would expect to see wood or standard leather. This box grain leather gives us a bit more of a rugged feel, but yet it's still very elegant. This car has an open pore black wood. It's called black wood. Open pore has a warmer, younger, more approachable feel. And the other thing you might notice on the fascia of the car is you have that dual command structure. You know, typically you'll have the driver's command seat, but here, because you're sitting in a higher vehicle with a great visibility, we have a dual command. So when you're sitting in the passenger seat, you have that command fascia in front of you as well. All of the controls are the materials, the attention to detail that you would expect from Rolls-Royce. Leather, wood, the metalwork is all done similar to what you'd find in any other car. We haven't made it feel any more rugged. We want you to know you're in a Rolls-Royce. But when you take a look at the off-road button and the hill descent button, we don't give you millions of options. We really want to make the experience effortless. In the rear, on this one with the bench seat, you'll notice we have the raised seating, very large windows to give you a lot of visibility. And then I'm going to come around to the back now. And show you what we call the clasp. You'll notice on the rear end, the car tapers down. It has this little bustle, and that's classic Rolls-Royce. It's not a trunk, but it's an homage to back in the days when your Phantom would have that Louis Vuitton trunk strapped to the back. We wanted that look. We've gone with a two-piece latch. We refer to it as a clasp, like on a piece of jewelry, much nicer jewelry than I wear. But we really want it to look like very elegant as it comes together. When you close it, you see how it comes together very smoothly, very nicely. And we'll show you on this one what we've been able to do with the recreation module. The seat, the configurations here. I'm going to see if I can scale it in here. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to try and fold this seat down. I won't go down while somebody's sitting. So essentially you can control everything at the push of a button. And you'll notice that on the where we have the firewall back here, typically that's considered a bit of a just have to find the right button here. It's always considered an impediment to your luggage. The whole back floor lifts up so that you can store right over it. So what we've done is we've used the architecture, we've used the technology, and we've made it as easy as possible, effortless as possible to use the storage space that you do have here. So if you want to come on over here, I want to show you a couple of things. You may have heard us refer to it as a 3-box SUV or a 3-box vehicle. This is the immersive seating, and you can see we have here what we call the recreation module in the rear compartment. These fold up. I'm not going to do it because it takes 90 seconds and I want to keep it moving, but I'll show you a little bit later. We'll do a video demonstration. These fold flat into the floor. And you can see you don't lose a lot of luggage space because we designed this with the power into the floor. Now you can take this out. It takes 2 people. So you have your car guy and your garage guy take it in and out for you when you're not using it. But this is we spoke about upstairs. I showed you the video on. The other thing I want to point out here is on the immersive seating, we have that fixed glass partition. That's the 3rd box. So a lot of our clients said, we want a Rolls-Royce, we want an SUV, but I don't really want to be bothered by what's behind me when I'm being driven around. So look, this is 2 seats, a fixed partition, a fixed glass partition. So when you're down here in the heat of the summer, somebody's going to unload your shopping that you did or whatever it might be, opens up, you're not going to get rushed with the heat. You can stay in the back, air conditioned. If you're up in Canada, as they're taking out your luggage, you're up there, you're not going to get hit with the cold air. Very similar to the days of when you did have that wheel trunk. So it's one of those touches. That's more important to our owners than a 3rd row on a Rolls-Royce. Plenty of SUVs you can get a 3rd row on. Don't need that on a Rolls-Royce today. Okay, so this is the immersive seating. That is the bench seating, the lounge seating we call it. These are the 2 main configurations. The last point I want to make is this is where you start. We've bespoke these cars ourselves, our teams have. They've done a great job. As you know, you can do whatever you want with your Rolls-Royce. In terms of colors, materials, how you'd like to do it, anything that can be done engineering-wise on the inside we'll reconfigure for you. You've already seen some really fun colors on the cars, some fun materials. Everything in a Rolls-Royce can be bespoke, is bespoke. That's what we're all about. So.